Yo, peace world. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Camden City's own Porta Rich. I'm here with my guys, man. Opposing Perspectives podcast. And y'all know what to do already. Get ready for this and just tap into everything else they already got going on.
There's a statement that Big Lou has made, you know what I mean, on his video, King Crabs in the Barrel. You know, he talks about doing more, the city not supporting.
That's what we trying to kind of like have communication about. Even with Lou, if Lou wanted to talk, whatever. Like, we could have communication about it, but it's like, I don't know why you feel the way you feel, because to be honest, no one has anything to do with your whole legacy. Your whole legacy, whatever you did, whatever, I don't know what happened and what, like, you know, because we've all heard stories. He definitely was one of the first legendary rappers to go up New York, get a relationship with guys like K Slay. When, you know, me now, fast forward to now, and, you know, writing all this crazy stuff like about us, like as if we did something to like make something go wrong for you or make something go sour for you. And I don't think that's the case.
What up? It's your boy Dale. We welcome Opposing Perspectives podcast. We have a dope episode that we want to get into. We got Porta Rich in the building. Shout out Porta Rich. Man, this is dope, man. We got a lot of things we want to talk about, man. There's a lot of things coming up, you know, with Sons of Sin projects coming out. You know, Sons of Sin 1 is out on Amazon Prime. Sons of Sin 2, we just got done filming that. You know, it's being worked on, being edited, so we look forward to that coming out.
Shout out to my boy Slick, man. Hit the ground running on him.
Right. Slick, man. Shout him out. T Black, Supreme Cinema. You know,
yeah, shout out to the whole team.
You know, Mad Labs, Levi, you know what I mean? Everybody just a part of the set, you know what I mean? It's pretty dope. So listen, we want to get into it. It's been a lot of talk, a lot of negative energy that's just been coming in, you know, through the hip hop scene, with, you know, just certain statements with local rappers online. There's a statement that Big Lou has made, you know what I mean, on his video, King Crabs in the Barrel. You know, he talks about doing more, the city not supporting. You know, you have some things you want to say about that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man, it's like, it's disappointing, man.
Oh, you gotta sit back. You might just back here, though.
Oh, boy, so let me get comfy.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing, Sidell. You know, and that's why I'm here. I'm here because, you know, something gotta kind of like get said. We gotta kind of like find a way to like, whether we gonna have conversation or however which way we could try to like just control the narrative, control what's being said, you know, especially when it comes to like a certain community. Like we it's a lot of people come from Camden, right? It ain't just no one person. It's never just me, Porta Rich from Camden. Like, you got so many beautiful, amazing, talented people coming from out of Camden, bro. From children to adults, right? Adults that's still chasing their dreams and doing whatever they doing. And my thing is with Lou is, like, you know, you're a legend, my guy. Like, you're a legend. I think I've said it. I've said it in interviews before, like me just respecting like his legacy and, you know, what he's done for like the music scene of Camden City and what he's contributed to that. Like, but it's like, to a certain extent, it's like you kind of like start messing that up. Yeah. I feel like you kind of like start messing up that type stuff up because, again, like I told you before we started this interview, when Big Lou had a crazy wave, I was in jail. I was like still, you know, I still had a foot in the trenches and just living a different type life. And I hadn't really like devoted myself to music yet. And don't get me wrong, I was, you know, I knew Lou knew I rap. We was around. I used to see him, you know, around when I was going through those times and shit. Yeah. And everything was always cool. You know what I'm saying? Lou used to be in the studio where I started at. You know, shout to my big bro Mike. Shout to Shaquille and everybody who was present around that time. Yeah, Shaquille the legend. Lou used to come through the studio, man. Everything was love, you know. And it just, as of lately, like you said, and it ain't been just like one or two posts, because we Facebook friends. Me and Lou Facebook friends. So when you going crazy and talking about like Camden and you calling Camden like haters. You saying the city is full of like crabs.
So let me ask, I gotta say this. So, you know, you have music coming out. You've been on Power 99. You know, Shock is making music. The movies are coming out. Why do you think Lou makes this statement? Does he feel left out? Is that what's happening?
I mean, only way you could feel left out. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. To be honest, like that's what we're trying to kind of like have communication about. Even with Lou, if Lou wanted to talk, whatever, like we could have communication about it. But it's like I don't know why you feel the way you feel, because to be honest, no one has anything to do with your whole legacy. Your whole legacy, whatever you did, whatever, I don't know what happened and what, you know, kind of like, you know, because we've all heard stories about, you know, I know he's definitely was one of the first legendary rappers to go up New York, get a relationship with guys like K Slay. When, you know, I'm way up North Jersey, I'm hearing Lou on the radio with Busta Rhymes, different people. I'm like, yo, he's from my city. Like, yeah, it's up. Yeah. You know, I'm enthused. I'm happy about the situation. So to be now, fast forward to now, and you know, you writing all this crazy stuff like about us, about the same people from your hood, like as if we did something to like make something go wrong for you or make something go sour for you. And I don't think that's the case. I think, listen, at the end of the day, Camden is only 70,000 people, right? Camden is only a population of 70,000, maybe a little plus over that, right? Camden is not responsible for your business or your brand. The whole Camden is not responsible. Just because you from a place, that don't obligate your whole city to have to like what you're doing. Whether it's food, whether you open up an auto body mechanic place, everybody don't got to bring their car there. That's going to rely on the business you do, the business you conduct, how you treat people, your expertise, your professionalism, your customer service, your actual product, and how much time you put into your product, into perfecting your product, and things of that nature. This is what dictates if a person should come and support you. That's not real. Because they just from your city. Because to be honest, anybody who's just banking on Camden, like, yo, I need all of Camden to support me. Guess what? If you was perfect enough, or if God blessed you enough to have the whole 70,000 plus people support you, that still ain't enough. That still ain't enough to do no generational wealth changing. You know, we always talk about breaking the curses and generational curses and doing stuff like that. I don't think 70,000 people supporting is enough. I think you need more. If we talking about bringing, and this is what we was talking about earlier, as far as like who really made it from Camden, they could talk crazy like, yo, I brought millions into Camden.
So hold on, before you get into it, that's that's what I want to get into. And I'm laughing because, so, you know, we wanted to have Big Lou come on the pod, and, you know, he made some statements like, I put in a lot of work, I'm on a different type of level, you know what I mean? You got to see it I for years or whatever. And he makes himself sound as if he's done more than any other rapper in Camden. And as far as I'm concerned, just like what you said, there's no one that has poured millions of dollars into the city based off of their product and entertainment.
Nobody made it yet. And don't get me wrong, we got people that have made it that's from Camden. You know, they got maybe some Camden history and some Camden, affiliation to like their whole legacy and them, period.
But we're talking about as a rapper, as an artist in music.
And we talk about somebody we know well. Like everybody know him. You know what I'm saying? It's like the closest we got to that for real is Wag. I think, in my eyes, from my era. Don't get me wrong. The people before me, because sometimes we speak. That's why you gotta watch when you speak, because you can't speak like this is the end all be all when you don't know all the information. I can't speak about things that happened before me. I can't speak about the actors and the musicians before us. That's what Keno said. Keno came and commented on Big Lou's statuses because we see this stuff and we read it like everybody else, right? And the Keno commented, and shout to Keno, he's an activist in Sons of Sin, but Keno also got history to hip hop that I didn't know. So when I'm getting wind of it, I'm like, okay, Slick put me on like, no, they was the rappers, Rich. They was from out north. Right? Yeah, they was trying to do the hip hop thing. Like this was, people was really like working, trying to get it in. And this is when you learn. This is when it's our time to listen. I like to talk. I like to talk too, right? I was on the show, right? I like to talk, right? People tell me I should talk because I guess I speak well. I have some information that could possibly help people. But at the end of the day, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. It's good to listen. I'm working on my listening skills for this year. I want to listen more because that's how we learn stuff like that. And it's not just about Porta Rich. It's not just about Big Lou. It's not just about Shaquille. It was people that for this. And we know, people should know. You heard about Rap and Scratch and others.
It's something that you like you just said. I think people need to understand that this is not about you individually. It's about a culture.
Yeah, bro.
It's not about Porta Rich. It's not about OTP. It's not about Big Lou. It's not about Slick. It's about the culture.
Yeah. And it's about creating something. You're right. Because at the end of the day, like I tell my homies, Porta Rich is a brand. Porta Rich is a brand. It's a brand that we created. Whether I started out with one person and then started building a team and adding more people and people, when I added people that may have didn't start out when the Porta Rich brand first started out, but they believed in it. Once they got wind of it, they believed in it and came and tapped in. That's family. So at the end of the day, the brands get created to hopefully be able to create some type of movement that can open a door, that can create some type of revenue, that can help change, like not just my life, but other people's life as well. That's what we hope for, but don't get me wrong. That's not easy. And where we from is like, I don't think people see everybody's vision properly. I think people do kind of like see it like, that's him for himself. And, that's why people kind of like maybe lay back and you don't get like this support that you feel you should be getting, and all this wild support pouring in. But we got to kind of like just change the outlook on that, and don't get me wrong, again, it's definitely a business though. It's definitely still business, and because everything costs. Everything costs out here. To create something, it costs. Whether you putting in time, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of things out here that you might be able to like try to do for free and create something for free, but it's costing you your time. Still, time is worth more than money.
It is. Especially if you got to, like you said, you're juggling the family, you work, and you're making music. Like that's a lot. I know myself, I'm up to 3, 4 in the morning editing projects, putting stuff together. So like you say, like, you're missing out on life and opportunities.
Come on, man. You take away from your family. To do this stuff, bro. Like a lot of days I get frustrated, especially when I run into like issues, like a little argument or a little misunderstanding, whether it's in the studio with some music people or whether it's on a movie set. Like it kills me because I'm like, I'm already leaving my kids to be here. And I think everybody should feel like that because everybody would like to be home with their children and just really put as much time in with that and make memories with that. You know what I'm saying? Versus like out here doing some shit that's really like kind of like entertainment for the world. And don't get me wrong, we do it because again, we trying to open doors. We trying to use our talent to see if we can open some doors to make things better, to put us in a different situation, get some type of stability for the future. We talking about that, generational curses, having more for our children's for the future, our children, especially that come from the communities where we came from, where like, we didn't come from much. Yeah. Some of our parents may have did fight for a little bit of things, and some people may have had a little something to start with. But for the most part, a lot of people had nothing.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's a perfect moment to segue back into like what Big Lou be saying and what he be doing. Like my whole point to Lou is like, bro, like the kids gotta read that, man. The kids gotta read that. The youth gotta read that. Like we trying to change the narrative, bro. The city not in no bad state, bro. We got people like Soul Child. Soul Child is a breath of fresh air, bro. An artist, she just came back from off tour. I forget where she was at, Europe somewhere or something. Shout out to her whole family, shout out to her dad. Child. Like these people that I came up with, her father, you know what I'm saying? And, when I just see her doing what she doing and other artists too, like
Little Papa.
I just salute Young Papa and, Visionary. Shout to Magic on Haddon. Shout to their store that they got on Haddon. Shout to AVR, just everybody that's affiliated with that movement and other movements from the city, bro. Other movements from the city that I want to see go crazy, like, Street Credit, one of my favorite groups from the city, Chaz and Shaky and Seaweed and all them guys that do what they do, Lil Cito, like, I love them guys. But it's their job to stay on their job, to put their work out there, to put your brand out there, put your art out there. Same way with Lou.
Yeah, all money.
It's Lou job.
Money Gang, Hemrock, 13, 16,
all of them, bro. All of them. Listen, and my thing is though, it's their job. It's their job, bro. It's your job to figure it out. You got to sacrifice some shit. You know how much I got to sacrifice to be able to motherfucking like make sure I got my little, even this shit, my little fits, my little cool fits that I, you know what I mean? Just try to make sure I'm looking the way I'm supposed to be looking to show up somewhere. You got to sacrifice. So I didn't party and I haven't partied in years. I haven't been out to buy sections and bottles and all that shit in years because I can't do that. I can't do that and still fund my career. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got rappers that do that now and they talk crazy. They'll be online talking about money is the end all be all. Almost making it sound like if a rapper don't got money or if an artist don't have money, you shouldn't be trying to chase your dreams. That's bad. That's bad information to kids that's coming from our area that don't have nothing. And guess what? It's actually ways that they can do things and get themselves heard and get themselves on YouTube for free. And next thing you know, if God blessed them with that certain talent or that certain gift, they might take off. They might be out of here. They got a whole new opportunity. But when we constantly putting out this information like, no, you shouldn't be making music if you ain't this, and if you ain't that, and if you ain't doing this, and, you know, as far as like, you know, Lugo and Lou statements like crabs in the barrel, everything here is this, like, no, man, because everybody don't feel like that. My lane ain't your lane. Your lane is however you created it.
I don't get it, yo.
Listen, my lane is how I created it. My lane is very like non-negative energy, non-nonsense. It's strictly like work being executed. And guess what? Did I had to like get away from like certain people to a certain extent? Or kind of like just change the relationship a little bit with certain people that I love them to death, still love them. Yes. I had to change it because some people may not understand on how serious this shit gotta be for us to really like see it all the way through and make it happen. Make it pop. I'm talking about slam the door down, get the door off the hinges. Like I'm on 14, 15 years in. And my mind frame and my attitude is still the same as it was when I came out the gate. I came out the gate smoking in this shit. The videos I was putting out, I was spending $1,500, $1,800 on a video for trap season that I won awards for. Gotta get it, classic Jones, them girls up in the Poconos took a whole squad with me. I was putting it in and I was betting it all. That's why Porta Rich took off the way he took off, because people were scared. People were scared to put their money up. Even now, if you a rapper, you an artist, and you from the hood, and you saying you got all this money, but then we hear you on Facebook, or we got to read you on Facebook kind of like being frustrated, it don't add up to me. It don't add up to me, because if you got all this money, you should be a very happy artist. You should be happily paying for your career, investing in your career. We should see you with a whole bunch of motion.
We haven't seen you do anything.
This what I be saying though. This what I be saying though. But then we gotta read.
And then he comes out with this video. I'm trying to. That's what I'm saying. Yo, let's rewind. We gave you an opportunity. We was like, listen, we want to see you. How about you do a versus with Shock? Shock was ready. Shock even said he won't do it, and he won't do it.
My thing is,
Lou, you said he wouldn't do it. Lou doesn't do it.
My thing is, again, with Lou, again,
and then he comes out with that video. Why?
Again, Lou gotta like get away from like just that mentality, man, that got him on that type time that he on right now. You know, he told you guys, I read the stuff. I just don't like it. And I have the choice not to like it. I have the choice. Just because you put up a stat, that's what I tell people. Like, yo, don't DM me. Don't DM me, don't text me. Put it on your page. That way I have a choice to like it or not. Because at the end of the day, I don't gotta like everything you post. Right? I could read it and analyze it and check it and examine it and then not like it. Right? That's what you actually supposed to do. But I read when he was like, when you know, he said that the reason why he speaks on that type stuff is because people ask him about it. So people asking you about Camden, and if Camden are haters, people asking you about Camden, and if Camden got crabs in the barrel. Now, don't get me wrong. You saying that's the case? I don't know. I find that kind of like hard to believe. But then in the same sense, when you told him to come do the interview with y'all, he told you we might could do it, whatever. Y'all got to kind of like wait. And why did he say that? He said because his people gets him first. He said he does his interviews with his people first. So if you doing your interview with your people, then ain't that interview kind of like constructed by y'all? So why would a question come in from anybody else? So it's kind of like, it confused me. It confused me where I was like, hold on. He's saying like people be asking him this shit about Camden, and that's why he gets into it. But then in this part of the little speech that he was giving, he says that him and his home team deliberately controls their own interviews.
That's your man's.
So it's like, come on, man. And my thing is again, bro. I don't know how many times you want to hear me say it, but like, you a legend, bro. You a legend. You a legend to me. In my eyes, with what you did, yes, you a legend. Is what you doing right now cool for like your legacy? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think it's not a healthy way for a legend to kind of like go out. I think if anything, you know, me personally, as a fan from my city, from anything coming out my city, as a supporter for anything coming out my city, I feel like, you know, the people should be dropping music. Especially in this day and time. We in a day and time where like the older artists is going bananas.
Yes.
They actually holding the game up. Yes. The older artists are holding the game up. Since Nas had a crazy year, I forget what it was, 23, 24, I don't know, with all the projects he dropped, to the whole Griselda movement, they all older artists. Everybody, 38 Special. Like, these artists is catching like breaks nowadays, and as of lately, they all 30, 40 plus. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, bro, let's lead the right way, bro. I could get negative, bro. I come from a place where I could be negative, bro. I could have chose to do negatives. Guess what? I got guys in my family that said, Rich, we should do this route on trying to get on in music, which is a different route.
Ultimately, you know, we really just need to have some humility. Just be humble.
I believe so, yes. I don't believe humble. You know, some people believe humility is a bad thing, though. I've heard it. I've heard it on so many different podcasts and different places. And don't get me wrong. If that's how some people see that, to each its own.
Is a respect that you say that we need, just to respect one another.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna listen. If somebody feel that humble is a bad thing and they don't whatever, then I guess I'm telling you not to be humble if you think it's a bad thing. Me personally, I'm humble. I'm humble. I let my work talk.
Yeah.
My work is loud. My work is disruptive. You know what I'm saying? My work is very strong, powerful. My work come busting doors down. I don't have to do it. I just walk in after my work get put in.
That's real.
You get what I'm saying? So
let the work speak.
Yeah, like because at the end of the day, you start to look away, man. If you constantly just talking on Facebook, constantly just complaining about your career, but then in the same token, we gotta hear that you got money, you got all this, but you got all kinds of shit going on. Then what's all the disgruntled shit about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's all that about, bro? And again, this is about the future, bro. This is about the new kids that's coming up, the young babies, bro, that hopefully will get a better shot in a better Camden than what we had to come up in.
No, that's real.
Know what I'm saying? Like, we all out here trying to right them wrongs now, man. That's why you seeing things like Sons of Sin. You know, shout to the team, shout to Slick, shout to Najee, shout to T Black and everybody involved, Meech the whole nine. Like, that's why you seeing stuff like that, bro.
Because that movie is talking about, you know, this game is not what it's meant to be. It's not what it seems like.
Bro, we come from an ugly place where ugly shit, for real, already did a lot of shit, bro. We already, like, I got wild friends that's dead, bro. They dead, bro.
Yeah.
I be rapping about me seeing their faces through their kids, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that shit hurt, bro.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers ain't that tough.
There's a lot of people, you know, I got cousins, you know, that lost people, their stories, I research, and, you know, I think it's big to really change that narrative and not really be stuck in that mindset.
Come on, bro.
And, you know, we really just need to, like, just focus on the movement. There's so much positive work and art that's being placed into the city. And it's like, you just come be a part of it.
Bro, listen.
You would be welcome.
Bro, listen.
Just be a part of it.
You know, I don't know what type of time people be on, man, but again, coming from Camden City, bro, mostly everybody, bro, innocent people, bro, they traumatized, bro. They traumatized, bro. They lost their dad. You got little girls out here that lost their dad, bro.
PCS,
they never gonna be the same, bro. So my whole thing is like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we can't tell our stories. I'm not saying we can't talk our shit. I love gangster music, right? I love gangster music. I came up off gangster music. I'm trying to hope that soon I'm gonna be able to grow and be able to be in other little lanes and figure out some growth music and cool music. But at the end of the day, I like a certain type of entertainment when it comes to my music. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to work out to it. I like to ride to it, whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, I got to be honest and say, yes, that not only in other areas, music has gotten to a point where it's not even music anymore. It doesn't even have an artistic approach.
Yeah.
There's no artistry to it. It's just like, no, we just gonna make murder music. That's what they calling it, murder music. We just gonna make music about dropping guys and guys not being able to drop us and whoever does the most murders. And don't get me wrong, I feel like certain people who come from certain areas, especially like, your Lil Durks, Chicago, things of that nature, they won with kind of like telling those type stories and speaking about those harsh realities in those communities where it hit like a super crazy level of violence and things of that nature. Yeah. But even now, in hindsight, looking back, before this situation just happened with Dirk just took his shahada. Mm-hmm. Dirk was reunited back with his pops. His pops was trying to get back in his life because, again, we look back in hindsight and we see like, yes, we was off the chain. We did some shit that we actually shouldn't have been doing. We could have been smarter. Mm-hmm. But everything happens for a reason. So we're not going to cry over the spilt milk. Again, shout to Slick. He didn't come home crying over the spilt milk. He came home and said, I'm going to do what I'm doing now. I have a new plan. Mm-hmm. I have a new plan that's better than everything that was done back then. And it's healthier. It's positive. He got a son, got family. Like, so this what we on. Yep. This what we on. And we don't need anybody online. Like, and again, I feel like
interfere with their energy.
And I feel like guys be like frustrated. I feel like guys be frustrated and be feeling like left out or like some motion when like you can create your own motion. You can create your own motion. And then guess what? When we collaborate, that makes the new motion of us collaborating colossal. Because it's my motion combined with your motion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But and again, you gotta respect everybody's career, bro. You don't know what nobody else got going on in their career. Yeah. That's like today. I wake up and I read a post from Lou. And it's another post. It's another post today from Lou. He's talking about, New Jersey hip hop. Shout to New Jersey hip hop. He's talking about them and just what they doing is something that he's already done and he was trying to do, and just all the other shit, man. Some about the haters, some about crabs, all that type of shit. Like, bro, listen, I've done things with New Jersey hip hop. I've done things with them. But at the end of the day, I'm not just Camden. I'm not just New Jersey. My mind state is so global.
Universal.
It's global. I'm trying to get to Korea. I'm trying to get to Korea. I'm trying to get to Japan with this hip hop shit. So I'm not saying I won't never do nothing with anybody. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that you don't know what I got going on to be online talking like everybody just neglecting you or nobody wants to connect with you. No, I just came from off of a retreat with the Violator DJs, which is a super huge, respectable brand in hip hop. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to Chris Lighty. Shout to Big Chris and everybody over there, all the alumni artists, all the artists like the legends, Busta Rhymes, Noriega, you know what I mean? DJ Cool, Red Alert, like so many people that's legendary, bro. I just came from off a retreat with them for 3 days, where we building networking and they getting hip to the Porta Rich brand and they showing wild love. So don't think because a person not at this event this one time that we not with that or we don't support that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or a person is like, that's all like just bad shit that we be putting out, bro. It's way more bad shit on Facebook and these type places than it is good shit. In my eyes.
So, Big Lou, he says he's done more than anybody else in the city. We know that he had affiliations, or I'm not sure if he was signed or almost signed to K-Slay. It's been rumors that, he got into it with Papoose and Fat Joe. And, ultimately, the partnership was terminated. There's a lot of us in the city who almost been there, has been close. So when you think about it, and he says, I'm respected, the work, I've done more. You really haven't done more than anybody else. You've opened up for state property for many artists around the city. Shock has. He's toured in, I think he said Japan or whatever, international.
Big shit. A lot of shit, bro.
Hameen has done a lot of things.
Everybody got a legacy.
Everybody has a story. Everybody's done something. And I just think, like you said, he needs to go back and respect.
Yeah, because it's disrespectful to speak on somebody else's legacy. Mm-hmm. It's disrespectful to speak on somebody else's career. Nobody should be saying, yo, Porta Rich ain't done more than me. Yeah. You don't know what I've done at the end of the day. You're not a Porta Rich supporter.
You have a long catalog.
I got a killer catalog.
Yeah.
My catalog a flatlining nigga. Mm-hmm. Like, to be honest. Please excuse my French.
No, real shit.
My catalog a flatlining nigga that come disrespectful and don't come prepared.
So, with that being said, would you want to do a versus with Big Lou?
My thing is this: if he gonna stop talking, if that's what he want, if this what you want, like me personally, it's a local mindset, right? For us to compete with each other. Again, I'm thinking every artist from Camden should be striving to be a worldly known figure one day and have your music known around the world. That's really like my advice to any artist coming out of Camden. But if Lou keep talking like he the best from Camden and you the smokiest nigga from Camden and all this crazy shit, and we could get like an agreement where like, yo, I'll do a versus with you. If you lose, can you stop talking? Can you stop talking crazy? Like, can we bet something? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll do something. What do you want me to do? If I lose, what do you want me to do? Like, let me know. But it's like, it's to that point, because it's a shame for the kids, bro. It's a shame for the kids, for the young artists that's 14, 15 trying to get rolling with it, right? And they the type artists that can have a better shot when they get like 19, 20, 21 to make it on time. Not to be a person like me who came home from prison at 30, 31 and realized like, oh shit, I can rap. I got this gift since I was like 14. Let me try to do something with this.
Yeah. So, Lou, I mean, the thing is that we try to get to Big Lou, and this is coming from me, is that don't kill the next person's dream. Don't stop them from planting that seed and letting that seed grow. Support them, help them. Because if you've been almost there, then you know how to get them almost there and maybe not make the mistakes that you or others have had. Help them.
Absolutely.
Help them. The one thing that I respect about you, Porter, is like, I hear so many people say that he's opened up doors. Rashawn was just here this summertime, said you opened up doors for him. Just by a flyer. When I met you at your video shoot, I had my daughter with me, and I introduced my daughter, and I said, yo, I would love to have you on the pod. He was like, just call me. He responded, he came. And not only that, he gave us gems. He told us about Sons of Sin. We had no idea about it. We went and seen it, and that's where I met Slip. And I always shout him and Apollo out for that because I wouldn't know anything about it.
We ain't nobody, bro. We human, bro. I'm human just like you, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm human just like you, bro. I'm trying to like figure it out and feed my kids just like you want to, take care of your daughter, bro. We human, bro. Mm-hmm. We human, man. And at the end of the day, I don't get it. I try to treat people how I want to be treated, bro. And sometimes, guess what? We make that hard. Mm-hmm. If a lot of people might not see how you just said that about me, a lot of people don't see it like that. Mm-hmm. And I understand it. I understand why. You got a lot of people out there that feel like, no, I'm not trying to work with them. I done heard artists say it, right? Mm-hmm. But the artist that said it, I had to check him like to a certain extent respectfully. I had to let him know like, I don't even know you.
So sometimes your brand just doesn't blend.
I mean, first and foremost, a relationship is everything. Mm. Like, don't think you know me because I do music and we from the same city. Mm. Don't think you know me personally. You know my music, bro. You know my music. You aware of me as an artist. You know of me as an artist. You do not know Richie. Mm. You do not know me as a person and everything I got going on in real life outside of music. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, all I'm saying that for is like, be respectful. I think a lot of guys get disrespectful about how they try and connect with guys and they go about it the wrong way. And then next thing you know, the guys that's looking to connect, right? Because I'm with connecting with anybody, especially the guys from my city. Like, we get turned off. We get like, you see all these indirects and subliminals, you be like, oh shit, is he talking about me? For a lot of years, I struggled with that. When I used to see that shit, I used to be like, damn, is this, not even just Camden people, but just people in the game period that do that. I used to be like, damn, is they talking about me? Like, it was kind of like a little frustrating. So I had to fix my mindset to say, yo, if they don't put an Addy on it, Porter, it's never about you. That's what something whispered to me one day. Like, yo, if there's not an address on it with your name on it, my nigga, it's never about you. And I've been running with that ever since. So I do a better job with me personally getting past all the nonsense. But I speak on it today with opposing perspectives because it's a shame for the youth, man.
We just want to change that narrative.
It's a shame for the youth. Like you said, bro, let's build a healthy environment. If you made some mistakes, man, if you made some mistakes in your career and coming up, right? Instead of being disgruntled about it and still kind of like being in denial about that shit, it's billions in your accountability, man. It's billions in your accountability. Like you just said, your mistakes can save so many people from not doing that. If you know that you really did something you shouldn't have did, a bad business move, a bad business decision, whatever. Accountability is the way you fix that with your folks, with whoever that motherfucking miscommunication, misunderstanding happened with. You get to fix it, and then you're able to utilize that in a good way. You actually turn a negative into a positive by taking accountability, man. But nobody takes accountability. No. Everybody like, yo, it's his fault. It's his fault. I ain't make it. It's their fault. It's her fault. I ain't make it. It's his fault. Bro, I've been putting blood, sweat, and tears and shit into this shit 15 years, and I'm not there. It's nobody's fault. Mm-hmm. The game is a tough game. Mm-hmm. You think they just going? They say trying to become a rapper is harder than trying to make it to the NBA. Yeah, this is what they said. So my thing is like, if you're not cut out for the job, just quit. Don't stink up the environment though. Mm-hmm. I came in this shit knowing somebody told me, a lawyer told me, shout out to Jeremy Walker, because he still be tapping in and supporting my page. He's an entertainment lawyer from the area. No, I've seen, yeah. And I remember I went to see Jeremy one time because somebody told me, like, yo, go talk to Jeremy Walker. And I went to Jeremy, he told me, he said, Rich, he said, man, I see a lot of people get hot in this shit, Rich. He was like, then they just get tired, fizzle out. He said, I see people, and this again. So I just say that, I just say that to say that, yo, this is a tough game. Like he told me, he said, yo, if you ain't ready to do 10 years in this shit, don't start. If you ain't ready to do 10 years without like any results and all that, just certain type shit, certain respect coming in from certain people, don't even start, right? And then he also told me a story about the guys who run out of money. They run out of money. Why? Because we teaching rappers that they need motherfucking Cuban links, Versace, Balenciaga shoes, or you can't rap. No, man, don't do that. That's horrible shit. Yep. That's hard. That's why I wanted to put the light on Soul Child today. Because she's a breath of fresh air. Ain't none of that shit got to do with her career. She's talented, just amazing, talented. She has her own like formula. She has her own style. She has her own sound of music, and we need it. And I'm so happy that she's winning because we need it.
I remember being on the phone with you. It was me, you, and Slick. We were on the phone, and you was like, "Yes, Adele, you moving, you hustling, you everywhere." He said, "But the thing is, can you move at that pace for a few years?" And it stuck with me, and that's just exactly what you said just now.
Because we passed the jewels forward, bro. I see y'all shaking. And what I tell you, I say, Sadell, listen, only thing I'm telling you is that, again, Nipsey Hussle, God bless his soul, he told us it was a marathon, right? It's a distance run. Yeah. In distance, you pace yourself. I ran cross country. I ran cross country and I ran the 1600 before. Mm-hmm. So I know about distance running, like real distance running and how it really go, like where this metaphor comes from for life, mm-hmm. right? And all I was saying to you was like, nigga, you smoking right now. You everywhere. And all I'm telling you is like, make sure you're able to pace it out so you can keep smoking and stay smoking because we only human. Yeah. We get drained. Yeah. If I don't organize myself out and I don't tell a couple people like, yo, that ain't gonna be able to happen right now. It's a no for that right now. We might could get to that next year, depending what it is. Especially when it comes to like writing music, writing projects. I don't rush nothing. Mm-hmm. I don't rush my greatness. I don't believe in rushing greatness. I believe you could really like trash some shit, some good shit by just doing shit like that. So again, it's about respecting other people's views, other people's differences, how they do things. But as far as what you was talking about, it's for sure about the long haul, bro. It's about the long haul, bro. 15 years, I'm still here. I'm in their face. Thank God. I'm so grateful from God, bro. I'm so grateful, bro. You know, like I'm still here in their face. My shout to Caesar. Shout to Caesar.
DJ Caesar.
Shout to Super. Shout to DJ Reds, DJ Khalid, DJ No Frills, all the violated DJs that I just met, beautiful guys, my guy Ready Rock down in Naptown. Listen, man, like, you know, and it's a shame because a lot of artists have been trying to really like change the game. A lot of artists see like the internet, right? With the internet now, you can go accumulate your own 100,000 people, right? So I feel like a lot of artists have forgotten about the element of the DJ. And that DJs was needed, bro. DJs is an intricate part and vital part of hip hop. And to the artists, hip hop, DJs was super important to the artists. And you know, my only advice to artists out there that may be like taking the internet route and you just trying to whatever, wing it your way, like, bro, tap into some DJs, man. Tap into some DJs because they be wanting to tap into like artists. You know, they just probably want healthy relationships. There's a lot of DJs it's a lot of artists that probably blew up and left DJs with nothing. Didn't even send them niggas a pair of socks. So, you know, that's why DJs had to change kind of like how they operate and how they move. And the game changes, period, man. But shout out to my DJs, man.
Yeah.
Grateful.
We appreciate that. Well, listen, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be back. We're going to get into Sons of Sin and other projects that's coming up, all right?
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Hey, quick check-in with the world, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, man, Camden City's own Porta Rich. We here, we on set, something special, man. I ain't gonna talk too much. I can't tell y'all too much, but what I can tell y'all is Sons of Sin SOS is out right now on Amazon Prime. Y'all need to go press play. Y'all need to go support. Put your eyes on that. It's coming to more platforms soon, so make sure you stay tuned. But don't stop. It don't stop. So you don't stop. Keep supporting. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You see, we not stopping. Shout out to my lawyer over there, man. I'm in a tight situation, but I got my attorney with me, so stay tuned. Y'all gonna see what's happening. Sons of Sin, SOS, press play.
Well, listen, we're back from our break. We got Porta Rich, and we're about to start getting into more positive things of what's going on in the city. Like Sons of Sin, Part 1.
Yeah.
Part 2 is we actually finished filming it. It's getting edited right now. How you feel? How you feeling about the reception you've been getting from Sons of Sin Part 1?
I'm happy, bro. I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I'm definitely pleased with like just, you know, what people saying as far as like my performance in the joint. But great. More importantly, besides my personal performance in the joint, overall, you know, they like the film. Overall, they like the film. Overall, people tapping into it, you know, so that's just gonna open up a door for season 2, you know what I mean? When part 2 come out and all that. And for real, just happy for Slick, man. Happy for the team. Happy for the team. You know, the whole team involved, because it's all good people involved that I really like, got love for everybody. Meech, T Black, you know, guys who I got history with. But, you know, for Slick, man, Slick come from, you know, just a certain life, you know what I mean? A certain walk of life. And for me, again, everything be meant to be, bro. I don't know why I was in, like how I ended up in Slick and them life when I was a kid. Like, I know how it happened, but I'm just saying, I don't know why God designed it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been a good person. Like, I got caught up in the streets, and I started having to do shit that you feel you got to do to survive in the streets. But it was a lot of shit that I really, like, didn't want to have to do. It was just I had to do it to survive. But it was a lot of shit that really, like, I didn't want to do as far as me and my character that I kind of, like, wanted to be. And just being a good person. And I think me just being a good kid, I think a lot of the guys who was, like, in the city, you know, not only Slick, you know, but it was a lot of guys in the city that was, like, battling their demons at the time. They was older. They demons was probably getting the best of not only they demons, but just our areas and what they targeted and designed our areas to be.
And that's what I like so much about the movie, because it goes into that and it talks about, like, it's not all what the game seems to be. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can either end up in prison or you can end up dead.
Yeah, bro, that shit is deep. And don't get me wrong, like, we do shit. We did shit. Slick and them, you know, Slick will tell you his story. He'll tell you, like, but at the end of the day, I gotta always stand on and say that no, but we was also products of something. We was products of a certain environment that's really like not normal. Mm-hmm. It's not normal in the world. It's not normal in society.
And that's why I find it so, unique and dope that you guys were able to go ahead and create this path in this lane.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, that's, I gotta commend y'all. And the one thing I want to ask you to go back to the movie is like, when it was done, did you expect it to look like that, the quality of what it had?
I just keep seeing it, as far as Meech and them go, because Supreme Cinema did that joint. Yeah. Shout to Mad Labs. I just feel like they getting better and better. As far as them, they're just getting better and better. They're getting more experience. They're getting more seasoned than what they do. You know what I'm saying? And this was just a joint that was like, it was a different, foundation they were starting from because it was a written piece from Slick and Black. Mm-hmm. So I just think everything comes together, bro, at the time that it's supposed to. And the results is always going to be what it's supposed to. Long as everybody do what they supposed to, the results will always be what they supposed to. And I just think it's all coming, it's all coming together, man. It's all coming together. Again, I expected it to be something, to be honest, because we've seen Chase Street, we've seen, other stuff that Supreme Cinema has had their hands in on and, had a part to play in. And I just know that I already knew the story was dope. I already knew that the book was dope. So it's like, all this get done right, it's gonna be something,
What I find unique, about it was the fact that it's all Camden, Jersey, South Jersey, maybe Camden cats, and it was like, wow, a lot of them aren't experienced actors, you know what I mean? But they just, they really put on for that movie.
We building something, bro. We trying to build something, bro. That's all. Like, we got to stop being so negative, bro. We've been trained to be okay when somebody say, man, fuck them niggas and that shit. They just trying to do what everybody else trying to do. Fuck all that shit. We don't do that. Mm-hmm. Like, we so okay with that mentality. And it's sad, bro. It's sad that we allow the young niggas in our city, right, to say, I don't know nothing but this block, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Because I be quick to like debate with them. Like, hold on, right? Some of these guys be grown. They be like over 20 years old, 30 years old. And I'm like, hold on. The ultimate hustler is the hustler that can adapt. The ultimate hustler is the hustler that's always going to hustle through any turbulence, through any type of time. When times get crazy, the ultimate hustler going to adapt. So some of the funky thinking, some of the stinking thinking that we've been programmed to think, and we okay with thinking, stuff like, oh, well, no, I can't lead a block. I got to get my money out the streets because I'm a street nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't even want to keep saying the word because that word has been, the N-word has been used all crazy. I'm a Latino. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't understand, how certain areas is and how being raised in certain areas is and how your come up is with the folks you come up with. Yeah. But that's a whole nother,
we're not getting into that.
It's a whole nother story. But you gotta be able to adapt. You gotta be open to change, bro. Mm-hmm. You gotta be, bro. If we stay trapped in that mentality, bro, we doomed. Mm-hmm. If everybody just gotta resort back to being killers, bro, you know how many people been killed in our area? Yeah. And don't get me wrong, the music is something different. And I ain't saying for the music to just be murder, bro. Try to be artistic about it, bro, because nobody really is not going, I don't think it's gonna work for you if you don't. But even when we telling our tales and it got some of the harsh realities in it, you know what I mean? It's entertainment.
But also there's always lessons behind all of the harsh stories.
Yeah.
There's so many lessons that you learn. And if those stories don't deter you from wanting to change your path, here, listen, we put it out there for you.
Listen, Jay-Z said it best. Jay-Z said he told his story so people wouldn't have to do what he did.
Hold with this, so you don't have to go through that.
Yeah, and my thing is bruh, you got some people that's going not buy the story, not tap into that, not relate to that, not believe in what he's saying. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I believed in it wholeheartedly. And it's entertainment, bro. We not, books, it's all the same. Books is entertainment. Movies is entertainment, and movies is out there. Look, right now, you got movies right now that's being made every day about bank robberies, All kinds of stuff. Human trafficking, right? Are we telling, when you watch a movie about human trafficking, are we telling people to kind of like go start human trafficking? No. We telling you this is a harsh reality. It happens for real. So be aware. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
So it's like the same thing with some of these records. When I'm talking in these records and I'm saying such and such, yo, you gotta watch these guys. Yo, you gotta keep the 5. Yo, you gotta let it fly. Like, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest that if somebody come walking up on me in the dark at a certain time of the day, early wee hours of the morning, I'm trying to get in my car and start my day, or at night, I'm trying to get back to my son and I'm just pulling up at the house and you running up on me, some looking crazy, suspicious, like you up to something you shouldn't be up to, then guess what? That shit that's in my music, like, yeah. And don't get me wrong, like, we live in ugly times, bro. That's why I'm hoping that everybody, right? And we could take accountability and we could individually just be better people.
No, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how the world becomes a better place, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know, listen, man, shout out to Slick, man, just walked in the building. And my thing is like, God's been through real stuff, bro. I don't gotta go do 30 when I know somebody that went and did 30, bro. I don't gotta go do 30, right? Even though I got my own little story and my own little trials and tribulations, but I know guys like him and other guys who've been through like severe fire, and can come back, chin up, chest out, and say, yo, I'm gonna make the rest of my life the best of my life. I'm not mad, I'm not bitter, I'm not frustrated, I'm taking accountability.
One of the things Slick said, you know, with this movie, we're gonna blow up, we're gonna make a whole lot of money and do a whole bunch of big things. He's just speaking it into existence. And I think one of the funniest things he said is, and they can't take it from me this time.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Because he's investing his own time. He's invested his own, his own investments, bro. And that's just what it's about, bro. And guess what? If we don't do it with this movie, we'll make another one. Like, we'll keep shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for real.
Like this shit, bro, and we gonna get it. We gonna get it, bro. Long as we could keep, long as we could keep the dumb shit down and the goofy shit at bay. And I'm not saying that we not with Lincoln, with other folks. Even when it comes to music or film, because I know Slick probably go through similar shit I go through in music and film and all that shit, like with just other people wanting to get involved, other people thinking you fronting on them. No, it's none of that, bro. It's none of that, bro. And if you being respectful and you persistent as far as like trying to get with me, because we gotta want it equally. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling like a lot of times something is just, some people just be really trying to like hop on a certain wave, right? And not even that. I think people be trying, like, I done felt like artists and try to turn me into like their personal promoter. Like, cause these guys don't even want to do songs with me. They just send me their music to promote. Oh, you got me fucked up. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, cause I be too nice. I be too nice. I done already heard from street niggas like, yo, don't you work at a daycare? You fucking right. And what? And what? And what? What are we talking about?
I work with kids.
And what? And what? What are we talking about? And ain't no disrespect still flying. And ain't no disrespect still flying. Like, at the end of the day, we gotta be more respectful, bro. We all come from the same place, bro. Like, if you want to do music with me for real, like, I'ma know when it's genuine. I'ma know when it's coming from the right place, bro. Because you really want to like tap into me, bro. And I only want to fuck with people who really want to fuck with me. I don't want to fuck with people that's like halfway shaky. Yo, we only want to, I'm good on that. To me, less is more.
Yep.
To me, less is more.
Yep.
Listen, guess what? Look how I started with like my DJs, right? Tapping in with the DJs that wanted to tap in with me. They wanted to tap in with Porta Rich, DJ Caesar, Ant Live, God bless his soul, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Gone way too soon. He believed in me, man. Me and Ant went through shit, but he believed in me. Like everybody else, bro. And these the type people you want to be rocking with. Some of these guys be sounding like they cursing you out online and then be like, when we linking? We not. We not. I'm being honest because that's not, listen, we come from a certain.
It'd be the audacity of people.
Like, we come from a certain place. We saying we like one of the thoroughest places on earth. So why the fuck y'all keep trying to like install all this clown behavior?
Yep.
Why do we keep doing that when we saying we come from one of the realest places in America where like, if it wasn't about no respect, y'all knew shots flew. Fights broke out and shots flew when respect wasn't present. If ever respect wasn't present in Camden, in any part of Camden for a long time, violence showed up. That's what showed up when respect wasn't present. That's why guys went away and did 30, 25, 20, all kinds of shit. So my whole thing is like, come on, man. Let's do better. Some of these guys, they did time. They did real time, real tick. You up there, you see what guys is doing in these maximum penitentiaries, in these state penitentiaries, bro, where niggas ain't never coming home. You seeing people get stabbed. You seeing the type of tension that people got to live in where you really like, yo, I could die any day and I could turn this into like triple life any day.
Shout out Porta Rich for just bringing light to that it's real. You know, the game is real. Get on the straight path. Do what you have to do. Provide for your family.
Let the entertainment be entertainment, man. Yeah. Let the entertainment do what it do. Let it entertain. Let the people who could tap into it, who could relate to it, tap in. The people who it might not be their cup of tea and they like, oh, no, I'm going to pass on that. Let them pass on that, bro. But as far as us really being online and us really constantly putting out negative energy about our city, our own city, like it's just this wild, fucked up place. Everybody is so against each other. Don't nobody want to see. No, listen, bro, I don't feel like that. And I ain't get support from a lot of people. I don't feel like that, bro. I just feel like people ain't like a certain song. They may ain't like the record. They may not be in the raps, period. Yeah. They may not be in the independent films. Yeah. Right? They might like the $1 billion budget films only. Who knows? It doesn't matter to me. I don't hate them. Yeah. We gonna keep hustling. We hope to get your support one day, right? It's better late than never, right? Like, we gotta stop the nonsense, bro. I know for me, and I know Slick, like, and other guys, shout to Cake, shout to Man Cakes, shout to the legends, just a bunch of the legends from the city, bro, that really been through shit, bro. People really been through shit, bro. So when you talking about a new life, new hustles, new possibilities, new blessings, and the way the new life could look, if all this shit is done right, it's like, why would we want to talk about anything else? Why would we want to go back the old way? Like, don't nobody want to do that, bruh. Like, and half the niggas that act like they want to do that and talk like they want to do that, they ain't never been there. You ain't never been in a cell with all motherfucking murderers. Everybody had 60 and elbows and the tension crazy. The tension crazy. You getting stabbed if you wink, nigga, the wrong way. You breathe the wrong way. You reach over some nigga shit. You getting stabbed the fuck up, man. That's what that shit really be like.
And that's what all that life leads to.
That's what it all leads to, bro. And even the light negative shit. If it keep going, me, I could be negative. I could pedal backwards. We only human. Shit, Slick called me. I tell Slick, yo, breathe easy, bro. Breathe easy because you a new territory. And I just know Slick. We all got backgrounds. We all human. You know what I'm saying? But he's doing something amazing right now.
He's doing great, man.
So my whole thing just be keeping bro on that. Like, no, bro, we going in a whole new direction. You know, and that's what we do as brothers. As brothers, we be like, yo, no, it's going to be all right. We're going to get this shit right. And we're going to stay positive and keep it moving. Versus me try to like, or see my brother Gary kind of like just losing his cool a little bit. And I know my brother is possible of crashing. I know he can lose it to the point where he could crash. And me allow that. Or me not to try to, like, we've already done that. I know I've been through it. I know other guys been through it where they could have said something to a certain brother and we don't have him here no more. He's not here no more. Their children are here without them. So my thing is like, let's do some new shit, man. That's all. Let's do some new shit, man. That's for everybody, bro. Ain't nobody boxed out of nothing from Camden. But guess what? Do I believe that everybody's just going to hold Camden is just going to work with each other and everything? No, it's not going to be like that. People going to work with they kind of like they type of people.
No, that's real.
The people that's on the same page with them. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? It's probably people who like talking shit the whole time they work and talking shit about everybody else. And if you could find them, if that's what you into, and you can find the other people to do that, and y'all can find a way to be productive and do some shit, then I guess y'all gonna have to work together. I don't know. But like everybody with that shit.
No. I appreciate you shining light on that. You know, hopefully, even if everyone can work together, everyone can learn to respect one another. And, you know, through that, somehow, you know. That's it. And
my thing is, that's mandatory, though.
Just blow everything up. You know what
respect is mandatory.
It has to be.
Listen, respect is mandatory. And it's a shame that when we in our city, when we in our small ass city, 70,000 people in it, right?
Yep.
It's a shame that we be so quick to disrespect each other. One of the 70,000 people within that bitch. But as soon as we leave the motherfucking city and we in these motherfucking, we shopping at Walmart or motherfucking mall and we around these white people where we know these people will send us to jail, this is acting like they got some sense. So it's a shame. It's the same way I think about these pistols. These pistols that be in our own cities, what they there for if they never leave in the city? They never leave city limits. They don't want to go to jail with them shits. So they only staying in the city. So that means who they for? They for the people in your city. Like, some shit just don't make no sense, bro. And we gotta like wisen up if we ever want to really like have our own community and run it.
Well, we gotta understand the traps and different things that's been put into, just to repeat the same patterns.
Yeah. Realize who the real motherfucking problems are. Realize who the real people are that's putting hurdles in our motherfucking, in our life races and really like doing shit because it ain't us to each other the way we be really like talking shit and feeling.
Yeah. So before we close out, we're about to close out, and I appreciate everything that you just shared because that's some good stuff. I mean, it's going to be great for the youth. It can really, who knows? Even if you just say one person, at least you're doing that.
I hope, man. I pray because I feel like it's perks and bad shit. I feel like it's benefits and bad shit. I feel like if we say fuck and we the toughest niggas in Nebraska and we gonna keep being the toughest niggas in Nebraska, it's a perk in that. It's a benefit in that. No. So my whole thing is like, again, just for the kids listening, be mindful of what you hear and what you decide to take heed to and follow.
No, that's real. Before we close out, you want to talk about any projects you got coming out? And we talked about Sons of Sin in Part 2, your music. Let's get into that.
Man, listen, Sons of Sin Part 2, check it out. It's different. It's dope. It's fire. Shout out to Mina Monroe. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody else in the joint. Holding it up. Shout out to LJ.
Being worked on right now. Stay tuned.
Shout out to LJ, my nephew. We can't say too much about the joint. I just want to shout out, some of the people that also made it happen. It was super dope. Other than that, I've been getting some scripts from some other places, and it's possible that we'll have some more film stuff going, but I'm definitely like going back to music.
And you got Motion Man out right now.
I dropped a single. I dropped a new single, Motion Man. We redid the Method Man classic joint. Shout out to Method Man. Shout out to the whole Wu-Tang Clan. My man Slick came out for the video. Shout out to everybody else, man. My guys, OV. Some of my childhood niggas was there. Ricky Banks. The whole neighborhood, really like came out, some kids and everything. So shout out to them. And Motion Man, Motion Man started as a freestyle, me just writing, rapping over the Method Man beat, and then I called my producers like, yo, let's try something like what everybody else is trying. Because I see it in the game. I see it happens where they redo the old records, they putting a new spin on like a old record, and it's like a reintroduction for the old record. That's how I be feeling anyway.
They're doing it with a lot of 90s music.
Yeah, and I feel like if you blow it up, like you get some of the kids that don't know what Method Man was, like you get them to go tap into that too.
History.
You know what I'm saying? If you do it the right way, you can make it, make people gravitate to it and make it catch some traffic. Other than that though, we dropped another record called Perrier Juliet. I think people should go check on that. It's a very we named it after one of my favorite champagnes. If people familiar with the champagne PJ, it's very smooth. You know what I'm saying? But it's still potent. Get you nice. So that's what that record is. It's very smooth, but it's very potent too. It's still strong. So PJ is a dope joint. And other than that, man, I got like 50 new records written. I got 50 new songs. I'm waiting to go in the studio, bro. So I've been having, my studio shit kind of like fell apart. And I've been recording with Vinny Idol in New York. Shout out to Vinny.
Okay. I see you've been up there in New York.
Man. I'm blessed, man. Again, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. That's why when you hear people talking like, yo, artists ain't doing shit. They ain't talking about me. I don't know who the fuck they be talking about. Like, and that's how I gotta look at that shit. Like, yo, they are not talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can sit here and tell you, like, no, we got songs with Mobb Deep. I'm tapped in with Vinny Idol. I just came off of a motherfucking retreat with the Violator DJs. That's one of the biggest DJ brand in history in the game. So it's like, no, we blessed.
Yep.
We blessed. Porta Rich is blessed.
Yep.
And I just want to keep being a good person. I just want to keep being a good person, bro. I want to keep using my blessings to help other people God willing, be blessed.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we could just stay on the same page because I feel as though some people be ready to start blocking the blessings with certain behavior and certain stuff, certain energy. You can't block the blessing. We can't pray at night like, yo, you know, some amazing shit. Then we wake up and we put the work in, and then at the same time, you ready to block it. You ready to fuck it up.
Well, you heard Porta Rich. How can they find you?
Porta Rich everything. They know the vibes, man. I've been fighting for this shit. Porta Rich everything, man. I fought for my Facebook page. I fought for the motherfucking domain.com, portarich.com. I had to wait 2 years to buy portarich.com because somebody else had it and wouldn't let it go. I had to fight for me to be here right now and say, yo, Porta Rich everything. No underscores. We don't do none of that. Porta Rich everything, man.
That's what's up. You heard it from
Yeah.
Porta Rich everything.
And
Facebook,
listen,
IG, TikTok.
last but not least, man, before we get out of here, man, shout to my son, man. Shout to both my sons. Shout to KK. I love you. Love you for life. We're going to keep doing this shit, and I'm going to keep navigating this shit with you as long as God let me do it. And to my son that I lost, man, I love you. I'm going to keep going up for you. I'm going to make the world know your name, man, the way it was supposed to be. You know, I know God had another job for you, and it's all love. And to anybody else, man, that lost their people, lost their children, lost their family, lost a mom, lost anybody, man, all I can say is tap in with your higher power, man. Tap in with your higher power. Pray on that. And yeah, we're going to keep being amazing. We're going to keep doing great shit, man. That's what we're going to do.
Man, most definitely. You heard it from Porta Rich. Well, that wraps up our episode of Opposing Perspectives. I'm your host, Dale. You can find us on YouTube at Opposing Perspectives. You can find us on IG and Facebook at Opposing Perspectives as well. Thank you.
Appreciate you.